Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So one of my guilty pleasures is watching extreme cheapskates. I don't know what it is about these people, but in a way, it's kind of inspiring. You know, I kind of look at this and I think, oh, you know, how can I save some extra money? And this one really sparked my interest, okay? It's titled The Mechanic Who Lives in His Garage. And that means we gotta watch it and I'll review it as a fellow extreme cheapskate. So how about this, guys? Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And with that said, let's see how this guy is saving so much money. That cannot be comfortable. Have I slept in a car before? I don't think so. I think probably once I've slept in a car, maybe. And it was a terrible night of sleep. It was so, like, even if you put the seats down, it's kind of hard, and like the seats are kind of going up on the side. I think unless you have a mattress in the back, it's almost impossible to get a good night of sleep in the car. But how is this, why doesn't this guy just have a mattress on the floor?
I'm an auto mechanic. I work on specialty cars. I save myself about $15,000 to $20,000 a year just by living here in my own shop.
Why not? Seriously, if the guy's a workaholic anyway and he enjoys his work, why not just live there? I wouldn't see any problem with that. I always envisioned, you know, if I ever bought like a frozen yogurt place or a laundromat or anything like that. I mean, this is back like when I was in my early 20s. I was like, I'll just live here. They have an office there. I think it would be kind of fun to be able to live there. Who needs to go back to an apartment? You just wake up and you're there. There's no commute. You can go anywhere you want. I've always envied people who could do this, and I see zero issue with it.
Some people would call me eccentric, but they're broke and I'm saving my money.
At the end of the day, I mean, he's got an extra $20,000 a year from not paying rent to anybody, and that's $20,000 a year he can invest, and then by the time, well, I was about to say by the time he's like 50, he looks like about 50. By the time he's older, he'll be able to buy a house in cash and just flex on all them broke losers.
I have this basin that I step into. I hook the water hose up to the faucet. I conserve all of this water and I use it over the course of the day for various things, mopping. It's anywhere from $20 to $40 a month on my water bill that I save.
Yeah, he should at least build out a shower, because if he's saving $20,000 a year, I guarantee for $3,000 to $5,000, he'd be able to build out like a decent bathroom with a shower and a functioning shower head, so he doesn't have to do this. It's probably worth it, and it's gonna add value to his shop.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a few seconds. The rest of it's not for you.
How is he not freezing cold, though, doing that? Unless it's really hot in the shop. I would want hot water.
I make better than $100 grand a year, so I can save a substantial amount of money just by living here in my own shop.
Why not? He's making enough money. He's not hurting anybody. And like I said, like, I look at this and I think it would be fun. You know, I kind of, in a way, I kind of live in my office too. I mean, I work from home and, you know, you just wake up and you're 20 feet away from your office at all times. I love that. I love being able to do that. No commute.
Sometimes a customer's car has to stay here for an extended period of time. They don't have the money to pay for it, or it needs a lot more work than they can afford to do, or I just buy it, and if I have one that stays here for a long, extended period of time, I just kind of make it my bedroom.
Well, I guess it makes sense because otherwise if he has a mattress, he's gonna have to move the mattress every day, versus the car, he just closes the door and then that's it. He's good to go.
I'm able to live in my garage because I don't have to take care of anybody but me. My kids are all grown, so I just live in my own shop and live in my own little world.
That's freedom. That's freedom, especially I bet at his age. He's seen it all, he's done it all. He's just doing him. You gotta respect that.
I can save $20, $40, $50 a month just by running off car batteries, because car batteries are readily recharged. All I have to do is just crank the car up for a little while, it recharges the battery.
I guess that's kind of true, but what does gasoline cost to run the car to then power up the battery? That would be my only concern. Is gasoline more expensive than the electricity that you would spend to run a speaker? I don't know about that. That might not be worth it.
Larry is able to reduce his living costs by up to 25%.
Unless, of course, he's running it on customer cars, in which case maybe it doesn't matter because they're going to be driving their car anyway. So maybe that's what he's doing.
Put a couple of these on your hands. The water that I take my shower in already has soap in it, so it cleans this car just as good.
Ooh, that's bad. Why would you use a microfiber towel, not... Unless those are microfiber socks, I would say that's too much. It's gonna leave swirl marks in the car.
I conserve all of my water, whether it's washing cars, mopping the floors, or washing whatever I have to wash around the shop.
I almost don't believe that. That's really bad to be using bath water on a customer car. Especially because you need to dump that on the car and get rid of some of the sediment first. It's not like you could just take a sock, jab it on the front without rinsing off the car first. So either he doesn't know what he's doing or he's damaging the cars.
I'm about to clean the windows. Feminine pads, just rip them open.
I will not do that. Never, ever. Yeah, never.
Box of feminine pads are about $1 at the dollar store.
Why is that big of a... It's so what? It's like, I don't see like an unused feminine pad is like, it's just like, who cares? It's the same material as anything else that you would be using anyway. What's the difference? I don't get his aversion to that. Like, he's willing to use the guy's bath water to wash a car, but like a unused feminine product. Oh, that's where he draws the line. I don't get that. I draw the line at the bath water.
Take a can of cola, put just a little bit on the pad. The citric acid in the cola cuts any of the grime off of the windows. It has a very good shine.
That's interesting. Does cola clean windows? Let's see. Wow! He's right. Since Coca-Cola contains citric acid, it's a great alternative to those lemon cleaning products. You could pour the soda into a spray bottle and wipe it with a cloth or a rag. Wow! Now you have to finish off by wiping it down with warm water so your windows aren't left sticky. That's the thing, because the sugar is going to stay up there and it's like, then you're going to touch the windows, it's going to stick.
Larry will always try to save money if he fixes someone's car. Not at the expense of the customer, but he will do his darndest to save a penny here, a penny there.
But you know what? The customer is kind of getting what they pay for, and if the customer's saving money because he saves money, I think everyone wins.
While Larry has adjusted to a simpler single life, he hasn't ruled out the prospect of dating altogether.
I may be cheap, but I know how to be romantic, and I'm going to make this a very special date here in my shop. Plates and utensils cost money. Styrofoam plates can be washed and used again.
I like that. See, I prefer doing that too. Sometimes it's like, I prefer using the plastic utensils. It's easier. Why would you waste the nice metal stuff when you could use the plastic ones instead?
Larry sabotages first dates by never taking his date to a nice restaurant.
Oh, it's gonna be tough to find somebody who's cool with that. Because it's like, okay, if he meets someone he hits it off with, they're gonna think long term, well, am I gonna have to move in the garage too? Does he not wanna leave the garage? Am I gonna force him to do something he doesn't wanna do? They gotta be cool with him just like living part-time in the garage, most likely. Well, they have their own place, he's got his, and it kinda mingle every now and then.
Got some gourmet food. Got out one of my best work shirts. It's only got one burn hole in it. I'm ready as I'll ever be. Hi, Greta.
Well, hi.
I'm Larry.
So we're gonna have dinner here tonight?
Yes.
In here?
Yes.
I think it's kind of romantic. It's just, he's putting some thought into it. He's doing it at his house. He's not trying to throw around his money to impress anybody. He's just being himself. You gotta respect that.
These candles.
Oh my goodness.
I went ahead and made my own homemade candles with used motor oil and steel wool for wicks.
Wow.
See?
That's kind of cool though. I mean, look at the flame on that. That is what I call a candle. He's got a whole fireplace going on.
So here's our food.
What are you serving that on? Is that a wool cover?
I would be worried the motor oil burning would just smell like crap though, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Or a hubcap?
That's a hubcap.
Okay.
See the black smoke billowing up above this thing. That cannot be good to breathe in.
Do you need to go get a knife out of the kitchen? A
There
real
is
knife?
There is no kitchen. This is a real knife.
Oh, he's getting defensive now. There is no kitchen, and this is a real knife.
Clean it?
It's as clean as a whistle.
You know what? If she's into him, she'll buy him a knife set the next time around. If she's really into him, it'll be sweet.
I don't have any problem using my utility knife to eat with. It's kind of like learning how to use chopsticks.
I'd just be worried it hasn't been cleaned. Is there food that gets left over? Is it collecting motor oil when it's being left around? That's my only thing. It's just, how sanitary is it?
Not that I don't have any money, it's just that I don't like to spend any money.
Honey, you're sure not like anybody I've ever met. You're very, very unique.
He's like, oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. To him, that's a compliment. But look at the flame on that thing. The flame's like 8 inches up. I want one of those. I'm sure it smells bad though.
Well, I enjoyed you coming out, seeing my place, and I'd like to see you again sometime.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, the we'll see? Oh, man, that's the most polite way of saying no. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if there's an apocalypse and you're the last person available on the planet and we have to be together in order to repopulate the planet, maybe I'd think about it. Maybe. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see.
He was really a sweetheart. I would rank this blind date tonight on a scale from 1 to 10, a 2.
Yikes. Yeah, well, you know what? She's fair to rate it a 2. It's not for her. And he's fair to keep his current lifestyle. But if he's looking for a partner, he's got to find a needle in a haystack. I don't know how that's going to happen.
That's who I am, and that's just the way it's going to be, and you just got to accept me for who I am. That's probably why I don't have a girlfriend or wife.
Probably not going to happen. Be honest with you. But you know what? He'd be a great spokesperson for Tinder. Because if this guy could get a girlfriend with Tinder, anybody can. He'd be a good role model for so many people. Hey, you know, it doesn't matter you live in a mechanic's garage in a car and you have, 8-inch candles. You know what? With Tinder, you could find anybody. So, maybe he's got a career in that, if that'll ever happen. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and until next time.